Right about now, we have the next school to present, and that would be Box Hill School. Representing Box Hill School, we have the Director of Admissions and Marketing in person of Alison Vernon. Good morning, Alison.
Good morning. Good
Nice
morning.
to have you.
Thank you very much indeed. Good morning to everybody on this call. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's always a great pleasure to be able to speak about school to families and to take questions if necessary. So I will start. I'll just share my screen if that's okay. Hopefully this will work. I will do that now. So I'd just like to spend a bit of time talking about the school and just taking you through what we do and where we are and the important factors about our school. So we're a long-standing school. We are based in beautiful grounds in Surrey, which is in the southeast of England. Here's a photograph of the back of our school and some young people going about their daily business. We have a really broad and diverse international community here. All of our students are very well integrated. We don't have any differentiation between our boarders and our day students. It's a very integrated and warm and welcoming community. So just in terms of location, we are, as you can see, in the south of England, very close to both Gatwick and London airports. We're located, however, in an area of outstanding natural beauty, lots of green space in a village environment, very safe, very peaceful, but very well connected in terms of transport and local facilities. We are connected with our local church, which is a 2-minute walk from any of the boarding houses on site, and is well attended by both staff and students. So in terms of the background, a whistle-stop tour through our history. We're a founder school of the Round Square Global Network. And there are 240 schools across the world who are members of the network. And what ties us and binds us together is a shared educational ethos. And that can be summed up really in the statements here around the type of learning that takes place in the school. It's very holistic. And what that means is that there's equal emphasis on all elements of teaching and learning. So whether you have somebody who is extremely academic, or they're somebody who has a strong talent for music or drama or art or sport, everyone is catered for, and we don't specialise in any one area. Of course, it goes without saying that the academic ethos is very strong here, and that is at the core of everything we do. But we very much believe in learning through experience and the nature of learning and how that is shared with children. It's very important that they are all individually catered for in terms of the way that they learn. And with a diverse community such as ours, we take a lot of time and effort to make sure that everyone is well supported and has the right academic focus. The statement at the end, which was espoused by Kurt Hahn, who was the founder of the Round Square Network, "There is more in us than we know." And what that means to us and how we take that forward is that everyone is capable of lots of different things, of progressing and being successful. And often it's in areas that they don't even know they can do that in. So we encourage students to have a go, to try new things, to step out of their comfort zones, and to be well supported in that nature by all of the staff here. We encourage everyone to just try, have a go, and don't be frightened. And you will be supported in a very positive environment to help you do that. So just in terms of Round Square itself, just wanted to just summarise what the network stands for. We have a number of themes here that run through our school ethos, which, as I say, is shared with many of the schools globally, and it really shapes how we go about everything that we do, the type of community that we have, and the way that the school is run. So it's very much about all of these elements coming into everything we do, whether it's academic lessons, it's co-curricular, it's expeditions, it's leadership, it's representation in national competitions and things like that. it's very much about all of that feeding through across the school environment. So just briefly, in terms of the shape of the community, a third of our community are international at the moment. When I last looked, we had 35 different nationalities, many different countries represented, many different cultures also part of our school. So that therefore lends itself to being 2/3 of our British day students. But as I said at the beginning, we're of one single community. We all share the same values, and it's very much about developing and progressing every individual student, regardless of their background, their nationality, their culture, their strengths and weaknesses. Everybody is looked at in exactly the same way, with a focus on two really important things: their happiness and also their success. And those are the things that drive everybody in my school. In terms of the academic side of things, just briefly as well, we run a number of courses. You won't be surprised to see that we've got the curriculum structured around the different year groups. So the 2-year I and GCSE course, which is running from year 9 through to the end of year 11. It can also be taken in years 10 and 11 as well. We have a 1-year accelerated GCSE programme. The difference basically between the two is that the subjects taken in the 1-year course would be 6 subjects, whereas you would typically study 9 and 10 subjects over the 2 years. In the 6th form, so in years 12 and 13, you have the 2-year A-level programme and also the IB programme. So students have a really big choice about what programmes they can study on. And if a child is joining the school lower down, there will be a lot of support, guidance and help for both students and parents in determining and deciding which programme would be suitable and best for them in the 6th form, and of course the subject choices as well. So lots and lots of help along the way. Outside of the classroom, the environment, the boarding life that students will have is really important. It runs alongside our educational and academic programmes, but it's very important that that is really considered right from day one. There's a lot of time spent in the sort of pre-preparation time for arrival, so that when students are thinking about coming, we work closely with families to help prepare them in understanding expectations, knowing what they need to bring, what it's going to be like, and to really work closely with them to make sure that they feel that they know us quite well before they even arrive. We have a really strong group of people across the school in many areas of the school who work with each individual student, supporting them not only academically but very much on their well-being and their happiness, and making sure that friendships are working, and all of those really important things that students really focus on and are very important in that settling in period. In addition to that, there's a very strong focus, particularly in the 6th form, and very importantly in the 6th form, on supporting and helping students to achieve their goals in terms of university admissions. We've got a dedicated team of people with such a broad community, with such a diverse student body. We are working with students for applications to the UK, to the US, to Canada and to Europe. And regardless of whether you're wanting to become a medic, you're wanting to be a veterinary surgeon, or you want to go into some other careers, our team will help all of those students to get to where they need to get to. That starts pretty much in the lower 6 when they join, and lots of guidance around choices and decisions and helping them to do that, as well as a whole programme of speakers and visits and online resources available to help with that process as well. It does become one of the most important aspects of that 2-year time in the 6th form, and it's really important that they're well supported, particularly if they're going into areas that perhaps they don't have such familiarity with. So just following on from that, really, just to say that academically it's the core of everything we do as a school. Of course it is. And there's a strong focus for every student on their academic progression. And what that means is that there is very regular assessments and monitoring. Often students aren't aware that's necessarily happening. That's happening in the classroom every day. It's happening with teachers. It's happening in any meetings that staff would have about individual students, and really making sure that we can get the very best out of them and that their journey is a positive and fun one at the same time. We're very proud of our academic outcomes in terms of our GCSE, A-level and IB results, and it's very much a case of working individually, as I've said, with each student. And we're proud of the fact that being a school that has a really broad academic cohort of students in the school, that their outcomes are excellent across the board. I just wanted to show you briefly this case study of a student who was our head girl 2 years ago. She was from Nigeria. She was an amazing young lady. She only joined us in the sixth form, and very quickly it became obvious that she was going to be a bit of a rising star. She was somebody who threw herself into school wholeheartedly. She engaged with everything that was on offer, and it very quickly became obvious she was going to be somebody that was going to be highly successful. We appointed her to be the head girl, and she was in fact the leader of the student body in the upper sixth, and she was very much involved in mentoring of younger students. And what came across, and is really something that I won't ever forget really, is how she looked after a group of much younger students on their first day at school, mentoring them, supporting them, and the warmth and authenticity and just care that came through in the way she was really helping and supporting those students was so impressive. She actually was a really strong academic achiever at the same time, so all of these talents coming together. She was our highest scoring IB student that year, within the top 1 to 2% of schools worldwide, and she's now at King's College studying business management. So I just wanted to share that as one of the students here that's done exceedingly well in recent years. So let's just move on beyond the academics, because I know that this is all about that rounded experience for students. It goes without saying academics are vital and important and lots of focus, but we also offer an abundance of co-curricular opportunities. And students will have times in their timetable right the way through school, the younger students, but also in the sixth form. Obviously, there's less time in the sixth form because we have to focus on the academic pathway, but sixth formers equally will have time to take part in enrichment activities and in games as well. So there's so many different options which the students can choose, from things like salsa and other dance programs to the Model United Nations, things like sport and exercise, debating club, chess club. There's even now a new driving theory practice club that they're interested in. Lots of things, just a whole choice of activities that can be selected. So everyone's timetable is bespoke, it's tailored to them, and we're very much about focusing on outcomes. So all of the enrichment activities that take place are designed in a way that there's an outcome, not just spending time having fun and enjoying that with your friends, but very much about an outcome driven program. So it's very, very fulfilling, and it means that they have lots of additional items that they can add to their CVs and their applications for university. Much of what we do as schools is preparing young people for life beyond school. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it's very, very true. Many of the jobs that our young people will go into may not have been invented yet, and therefore for us it's about developing some skills that will take them through not only into university, but beyond into work and in life generally. Boarding gives students an awful lot of those skills, building independence, building skills around problem solving, about critical thinking, and about getting on with others and learning how to navigate their way through relationships and other challenges that life might throw at them. And that's, for us, a very big focus of all of our staff, but particularly our very dedicated boarding staff, with whom children who join us will have a very close relationship. Just another couple of case studies. So Gianna, she was also from Nigeria. She was on our one-year course, very academically ambitious, and successfully achieved that, going on then to study in the sixth form. She's highlighted here in this that her favourite thing about the school was the teaching and the level of support from all the staff in the school. And Jaden, another student, so he came to us in year 10, so he's taken our 2-year GCSE programme again, loved boarding and had a fantastic time here, keen footballer, and really engaged with everything that was on offer. And he's gone on again to move on to sixth form, and is then studying, I think he's on the A-level programme. So then I think that's one more. So I think for here, you can see that comes through these testimonials, if you like, is that students really enjoy all the experience of school, not just the academic side of things, but the co-curricular and all the activities that we offer on site. Living in such a beautiful area and such spectacular surroundings, they're very fortunate to have lots of great facilities, both in school and locally as well. So this is a video. So I'll just play this. I'm hoping that the audio will work. I just thought you'd be helpful to just see the school, just a quick overview of what it looks like and where it's situated.
There's no audio, Alison.
No audio?
No.
Oh, it's okay. The audio is music, so I think it will be fine just to see the film.
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry that this doesn't sound like the music's come through, but hopefully that has given everyone on the call just a good overview of where the school is and some imagery to show you the layout and where we're located. So there is more information on our website, of course. And finally, just to say that I'm very happy to answer any questions, but also if anyone wants to get in touch, there's the details. And also our social media is quite active, so if you wanted to follow us and see what we're doing, then obviously you'd be very welcome to do that. Thank you very much.